Fast food workers, what menu item do you hate making the most? Why? Grilled cheese. When I was working at Chick-fil-A, people would order these because their kid wouldn't eat anything else. The problem is we were not set up to make these, so we would have to put the hamburger buns with cheese in the press that we used for chicken salad sandwiches. They would always end up flat as a pancake and burnt, and the press would get covered in melted cheese. Kids wouldn't eat anything at Chick-fil-A. That place is like designed for kids. Perfect bite-sized chicken nuggets and strips, with fun waffle fries. I begged my mom to take me there every day. They even served it for lunch at school twice a week, and they sold the chicken biscuits in the hallways during morning break. Did you go to school in heaven? I used to work at Pizza Hut. I hated making the stuffed crust, because you had to go get the string cheese from the walk-in, then roll it into the dough, then fix the pizza. When it was slow it's not too bad, but in a busy it's torture. My store didn't sell a lot, so that's why we didn't prep them. I remember this. Worked as a driver, not a cook, but helped a lot with the cut table after they finally trained me on it. Got to spend 3 hours after my shift was over manning the damn thing because we were stupidly busy, even with 2 other drivers having come in. But when you have one cook for the store, good luck. And remember watching them make the stuffed crust pizzas. Also, the garlic knots seemed like an utter pain in the butt to make, but they were so damn delicious. Then there were the cheesy bites stuffed crust. Fellow Pizza Hut employee, duck cheesy bites. Steak and shake, spicy chicken sandwiches. They take frickin' forever in the fryer and they want our drive time as low as possible. My god, I salute you steak and shake workers. I see you all elbow to elbow getting blasted by steam from the grill and wonder how none of you pass out. The Pizza Hut I work at used to make a garlic knot pizza. Instead of a crust, about 16 little balls of dough and cheese were placed on the crust. Even the slightest breeze would knock the knots off the dough in the oven, either ballooning and covering the other pizzas with burnt dough, or get stuck in the conveyor belt. That sounds amazing. Dough. Buffalo chicken tachos. Drop boneless wings, onion strings and tots down in fryer. Plate nacho chips on an oven tray. Top the chips with queso cheese sauce, tots, and shredded cheese and melt cheese in oven. Toss wings in buffalo sauce. Pull out nachos from the oven. Top them with bacon bits, boneless wings. Drizzle ranch dressing and buffalo sauce on top. Garnish with fresh onion strings and chopped green onions. I want this in my mouth. Barista in a cafe. Preparing myself for smoothie season, as it is nearly upon us. Only have one blender. Fellow baristas and I joke about moving to Smoothie City. Basically getting stuck working a blender when it's busy and there's constantly a smoothie. Blended coffee to make. Freaking sucks, man. Hi, can I get 10 blended drinks all made slightly differently? And hurry up for God's sakes. What's wrong with you? Oh my god, this is exactly like my friends when they order a green tea frappuccino with peppermint syrup, chocolate chips, mocha. The three all order the same thing but have it in a differing variation, with one not wanting the chocolate chips and the other wanting all and the other not wanting mocha. Then they bitch and moan why it's taking so long. I always say an extra thank you to the baristas. I hate your friends. I used to work at McDonald's and making the oatmeal was the freaking worst because for one you'd always end up burning yourself on the hot water, and for two the customers would bring it back every time because some people like it watery and others like it thick, and we'd have to keep remaking it and it'd hold up the drive-thru, or they'd make a scene about how we don't know how to make oatmeal. And don't get me started on fries no salt. Overly customized food items that no longer resemble the original thing ordered by customers. Yes, we know, they're delicious, but your 89-cent grilled cheese minus the cheese with wheat buns and bacon added with a splash of 500 sauces and ketchup and grilled onions is technically no longer a cheese sandwich but a completely different franchise's chain item, bound to send our cooks into a yelling rage at the cashiers or to completely forget to remake the item, and then we get corporate called on us and grilled by our managers for hours behind the scenes for food waste and being told we cannot directly refuse a request but must minimize freebies on food items. If I need to make more than 2 modifications to my food, I get something else. I don't know why I have this rule, or where it came from. From God. It came from God, because it is right. dumb secret menu Starbucks drinks. Customers really do believe we have a super secret menu, and can make anything comprising a dozen ingredients off the top of our heads during a rush. And worse is when they complain about the taste, like I'm supposed to know the flavor profile of a Pokeball Frappuccino. It's recursive. People started talking up a secret menu because they could get their local baristas to memorize their custom orders with cutesy names. And other regulars started going, oh, what's that? Then it gains traction on social media because everyone likes to feel like they're in on a secret. And Starbucks nationwide are caught blindsided. There was never a secret menu, and now denying it only makes people go, oh sure there isn't, wink wink wink. So Starbucks leaned into it. But it's still mostly hundreds of custom order bullcrap from middle schoolers that no barista would ever care to memorize unless 20 of those ankle biters are ordering it every day. So I work at Subway, and, while nothing is absolutely horrendous, I hate when people choose the cheddar cheese slices. They're so stuck together that it takes me way too long to pull apart, and I can feel the customer silently judging me for taking a good 30 seconds for frying cheese slices. Also, meatball sub on flatbread with all dressed veggies is the one I have nightmares about. Don't do it, please. What you might not know when you're ordering a sandwich is that there is a very short moment that occurs while you're saying I want, where I pray to the sandwich gods that you don't want double all dressed veggies. My Subway sandwich order is just bread, meat, cheese, mustard, not toasted, and I swear sometimes the employees look like they're going to cry with relief. I could never handle food service, so I'm happy to be an easy sandwich. I work at Chipotle. Quesaritos are the absolute worst to make. Sure, they taste good, and we are usually happy to make one for you if there is no line, but when there is a line to the door, and you want a quesarito, me and the other customers will be pissed because it holds up the line so much, and God forbid you want more than one, or the person behind you sees it and say, oh, that looks good, I'll get one of those too. I might not even to be able to give a fake smile at that point. Edit. A quesarito is a burrito with a quesadilla wrapped around the outside. It's the cost of a burrito plus a quesadilla. When I worked at McDonald's for a bit in my youth, I always hated filling the ice cream machines. It is some greasy mixture that smells like vomit and rotten milk, and if you spill it, have fun cleaning up for like an hour and smelling like it for the rest of the shift. So that's why your ice cream machines are always broken.